If you need any medications today, you know the process usually requires you to see your doctor, get a script, take it to the pharmacy, or maybe they send it there, but then you need to go to the drugstore and wait for them to fill the script, and so on and so forth. Well, is tech overhauling the prescription process today? Has the pandemic fueled this shift in what is considered a $50 billion industry in Canada? Well, joining us to discuss is Karim Nassar. He's CEO and co-founder of a company called Mednow. Thanks for your time, Karim. Good to chat with you.
Thanks, Mark. Appreciate you having me.
Sure. So before we talk about Mednow and what your company offers, please talk to us about the state of healthcare today, or virtual healthcare, which includes online pharmacies.
It's a great question. A lot of what we've seen with virtual healthcare has been focused on the telemedicine side of things. So being able to book an appointment with a generalist online, and most of these are relating to needs like a cold or a bug that you're not feeling well about, and then the doctor will be able to assess you as well as they can online, and then kind of direct you to a prescription, and eventually you have to go out of that home and comfortable space where you are to try to get your medications. Mednow, which is an online pharmacy, is about solving that specific issue, which is now you can stay home in the comfort of that space and get a medication delivered directly to your house, with a lot of other advantages that come from being a digital pharmacy. And I'm happy to talk to you a bit more about that.
Mm-hmm. And as you mentioned, Karim, online pharmacies are kind of part of that story, right? If you're going to see a doctor virtually through your phone or tablet or laptop or desktop, the next logical step is to be able to order meds to your door. Is that where we're going, you think, over the next, say, 5 years, 10 years?
Yeah, we do that for almost everything else that's important for us. So all of our essentials, whether it's groceries or toilet paper, you name it, it's available online and in delivery form. So why can't we do that with medications? You know, one of the most important things that we need, and a lot of us need that every day. For example, 65% of Canadians above the age of 65 take at least 2 to 3 meds a day. And it's a lot to manage, and to have to go down to the pharmacy every 2 weeks or every month to get your medications, it does start to get a little bit frustrating, and sometimes can even cause issues with adherence, and people stop taking their meds because it's just too much trouble. So the idea of just taking that headache out and being able to deliver that medication, and that's an important part of that solution. The second and other very important part of that solution is to not only be able to get meds delivered, but to be able to access the pharmacy itself virtually. You really can't have one without the other. If people are thinking that delivery is the solution, it certainly is part of it, but really a digital pharmacy gives you this idea of accessing a pharmacist, being able to manage your drug therapy much more effectively. And that's the stuff that is valuable and really keeps people on their medications and taking them as they should.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so with that in mind, Karim, talk to us about Mednow. What's the company all about?
Mednow came into the market as a digital pharmacy and expanded their offering from being this amazing digital pharmacy where you can have a video call with a pharmacist, text your pharmacist, and of course get your medications, vitamins, and supplements all delivered nicely packaged and sorted in pouches that are marked with the time and the day when you need to take those vitamins or medications or supplements. It's a very powerful way to just stay organized and on top of your medications and your supplements. What's really unique about our offerings is that we've kind of expanded beyond just Mednow and the pharmacy, which is the core offering, to include things like having our own telemedicine service. We have our own mental health support, nutritionist, and even DNA testing that's only available at our pharmacy. These are all the ways we think about making the pharmacy a much more instrumental part of taking care of yourself, and kind of this idea of being very holistic in our approach to care.
And bringing the pharmacy into the digital age, if you will. So is Mednow an app, or is it a website, or both?
It's both, and it's of course a pharmacy, and actually multiple pharmacies. Today we are present in at least 6 provinces and expanding quite rapidly. But really the core of what we do is we've built out this amazing digital front door, if you will, for our pharmacy. So we're very accessible through this app, which is available on our Apple Store, on the Android Store, by just looking up Mednow. And even if you don't want to use an app, you can also call us. We have a national call center that's accessible through 1-855-MEDNOW1. What's unique about the idea of being able to access a pharmacy very easily is that you're more likely to use it more often. And it's not just about taking meds or having meds getting delivered. A lot of times you might have a question about a side effect you're experiencing.
Yeah, yeah. Or combining meds. Is it okay?
Yeah,
That kind of thing.
exactly. Or you have medications that are renewing at various parts of the month, and it's getting a little bit tricky to know when you have to call the pharmacy to renew. So, one of the key things that we do is because you can call us anytime, we're available there to help with exactly stuff like that. To say, like, oh, no, no problem. We'll sync up all of your medications so that they're dispensed at one day in that month.
Yeah.
And then we go from there to talking about how you can do an auto refill mechanism. And if you want to go with our Pill Smart offering, which is, the pouches and really kind of making it easy to remember when to take their meds. These are all the key features that you get from a digital pharmacy. And of course, where we found is a lot of people that are really busy in their day-to-day, like say busy moms or professionals, caregivers, all of these people appreciate the facility that somebody else is now worrying about how to manage their meds. And when they need to talk to somebody, it's just a phone call or a click of a button away.
Before we continue, Karim, where is Mednow available? You said it was available in about half dozen provinces so far.
That's right. So today we're live in Toronto, in Vancouver, in Halifax, and in Winnipeg. And we're very soon being live in Montreal and Calgary.
Okay.
And in all of these cities, we would be able to do same day delivery for free. That means if you send us a prescription at any point during the morning or the early in the afternoon, we can have that prescription filled and delivered the same day. Again, if you're wondering how to get us a prescription, it could be as simple as telling your doctor, could you just please send it to Mednow? Or if not, you can take a picture of that prescription with your phone and then send it to us, and then we'll verify that it's legitimate, and then go ahead and dispense from there. So it's really about making same-day delivery very convenient in these cities. But the good news is, even if you don't live immediately in these cities, we still have many ways to get the medication to you, even if you live in the further edges of a province, like any of these provinces.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that because so you're not available province-wide. It is in select cities, just to be clear. So someone in, say, Ottawa or in St. Catharines, Ontario, may not be able to have it delivered to their door, but there are some other options that they can see at the Mednow website or in the app, right?
No, it would be absolutely possible to deliver it beyond the city limits where we are present, because we have our own logistics support that allows us to send something from Toronto all the way up to, say, Red Lake, Ontario. Or, if you're in Montreal to Chicoutimi, Quebec. It's really about creating a very robust logistics system. So in Toronto and in these places where we're present, there's a Mednow employee that hand delivers this medication to your door. Everywhere else, we've partnered up with some couriers that are verified for medication delivery and can get that medication to the furthest points and edges of that province, which is what makes it a fully provincial solution the moment we have a pharmacy in any of the cities of that province.
Okay, got it. All right, we're chatting with Karim Nassar. He's co-founder and CEO of Mednow. This is an online pharmacy that you can access through a website or an app. You could text, you could do a video chat. There's different ways to interact with a pharmacist and not only order medication to your door, but they can help you manage it as well. Can you walk us through the process, Karim? So someone's listening right now, they're intrigued. So what's the next step?
So the next step would be, if you prefer to go through the app, simply go to your App Store or your Google Play Store and download Mednow. The app will give you immediate access to the pharmacy or our telemedicine offering or our OTC shop that includes, among other things, high-end.
Sorry, what's OTC? Sorry.
Oh, great question. Over-the-counter medication.
Got it.
So if you're
Thank
thinking
you.
about a Tylenol and Advil,
Yeah.
or even, like I said, vitamins or supplements, they're all available on that shop. So
Okay.
that's all immediately available from the app. But if you'd rather not use the app and you'd rather just call somebody, it's as simple as calling 1-855-MEDNOW and the number 1. So Mednow 1. And there you'll also get right into the pharmacy. You'll be conversing with somebody who can help you through whatever it is you might be looking for, whether it's a medication fill that you're looking for or an interest in a vitamin or supplement offering. You want to speak to our nutritionist. You have an interest in a DNA test to kind of find out what your true age is. There's so many ways that we can, just from the moment of a contact with a pharmacist, whether through the app or the phone, you can have access to all of these services and products.
All right, and then how much does Mednow cost?
So our pharmacy does not cost any more than what you're already paying at your existing pharmacy. Our delivery, even same day, is free. And if we need to get it anywhere far, we still will cover the charge of the delivery. The reason it's free is because we think it's more important that you access a pharmacy that cares, that's going to manage you well ongoing through a digital or even the phone option that we have, rather than have you worry about having to pay for delivery. That's really why we're really excited to be going national with this offer. And I do believe that people, once they start using us, they're going to see why, virtual healthcare now has a true chance at becoming a main staple and really almost in some cases replacing the traditional healthcare that we know, from the pre-COVID years.
All right. So it's mednow.ca to get going. And I know you also plugged a phone number a couple of times, so lots of options. Karim, thanks so much for your time. I appreciate it. And congrats on the success of Mednow to date. And good luck with your expansion plans in 2022.
Thank you so much, Mark. It was a pleasure.
Likewise.